So at the start of Season 6, I thought Rival was top of the middle. That was the best they were gonna be. And the big question marks were Panda Cat and Fine OK, right? How are those guys gonna play? Turns out they were the exclamation points, not the question marks, right?
They came out of the gates hotter than I thought anyone really reasonably ever should. I mean, they looked really, really good. Not only are they understanding the meta and the gods they were playing, but I thought their teamwork was really, really impressive to me, because those were a lot of big personalities.
Fine OK and Panda Cat were some of the best parts of that Rival team, dominant in the solo lane, dominant in mid. So even though they might have had a slow start to things or people were worried, after that week 2 when they lost, they didn't lose again.
Everyone's feeling really good coming into MSI, they're killing it. This is the team that's gonna win. Everyone knows that they're playing so hot. And then I think the mental aspect of the game really took effect, because don't forget, Rival had only lost week 1 of the phase and never lost again.
But they don't even end up making it to the semifinals, or the finals for that matter. They went out in quarters to Armada, an SML team.
What the hell? Check my phone and Armada are absolutely smacking them.
Right.
And then they go, well, you didn't see the first game, that was even harder.
I think that in that crisis moment, you hear like, oh, make a plan for emergencies. I just don't think Rival had their emergency plan in order when it came to MSI, and Armada really took advantage. And it's better for them to take these tilting losses. I mean, I can't imagine a more tilting loss than this one.
For what it's worth, they're barely an SML team. Snoopy and Mast are SPL level talent. But I mean, the rest of that team is SML caliber, and they're able to outclass Rival. Splice are the world champions coming in. This team is hot. No one really seems to know how to beat them. Turns out the people with the answer on how to beat Splice were Splice.
I mean, we've had roster changes for world championship defenders before, but not like this. I mean, they didn't make it 3 full weeks into the year before they started making changes. This is a team that didn't win at the beginning of last year, so I thought they would be kind of used to that. But it's a lot easier to lose consistently when you've never won consistently. Now they were winning consistently. They should have been the best team in the world, right? They just won the world championship, and all of a sudden you're losing some tough sets, some back and forth ones. Start blaming each other, you know, personalities come out, and the implosion kind of happens.
Obviously in the middle of the season, it's really hard to pick people up because they're kind of with their team and they're kind of there for till usually the middle, and during the off part of the year, like, people can make decisions and make changes. And that's usually when it's done. We got really lucky that Scream was still in high school. He literally just graduated. Being able to talk to him and actually pick him up was really, really lucky for us, like that the timing worked out of when it did. So when Sino went to go explore other options, Ven didn't have a team, and Ven and Scream played together in the past, and everybody knows on our team how good Ven can be. I approached him, I was like, yo, would you be interested in playing with us? He was like, yeah, I'm down actually. This sounds like a good idea. And he also liked playing with Scream in the past because they won a world championship together as well.
So Splice have consistency on the duo side of the map, right? Like Aurora and Cyclone's been there the whole time. But on the solo side, I have no idea what's going on over there. Sometimes Kabam is stepping in, sometimes it's Solar or Troll, sometimes it's Baskin. They look real good when it's Baskin, and they look less good when it's someone else.
They looked really good coming into MSI. I mean, they got 3 really, really strong players. Venenu looks like his old self again when playing alongside Scream. Scream barely lost a step going down to the SML for the first half of the year. He's still obviously an SPL level, world level talent. And then Baskin is Baskin, second coming, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff.
I personally wouldn't have brought Baskin for the MSI, just because, like, sure, you win, you know, a portion of the world's winning. That's what MSI is. I'd rather have a potential, you know, permanent solo laner and work with them, or even try and get Baskin to just stay there.
You know, when you have so much turmoil, especially on a team that had just won Worlds, like, you're coming off the greatest success you can have, you need to convince other people that you want them to join your team that it won't be like that it won't be this whirlwind of, oh, who's gonna get dropped next, and, you know, are these guys hard to work with? Can they even win anymore? Was that just a meta that they did particularly well in? I think that keeping your eye on the prize is important. I don't think Splice lost that by going with Baskin. I don't think that they've foregone World's hopes or anything like that by any means, but they did just lose a month and a half or so, if not more, of practice with their long-term solo laner.
So we're like 6 or 7 weeks into the season, and I'm still looking around. Where are Renegades? They're not here. We still don't have a whole team for the SPL to come in and play.
And they show up and they look good right away. And that's not to be unexpected. There was no part of me that thought they were going to have a lukewarm entrance. It was either going to be red hot or freezing cold. They were going to lose every game or win every game. I didn't think it was going to be anything in between.
Our mentality with the late start to the SPL was kind of rough because we only scrimmed, I'd say Simplicity was our best scrims. Our losses were on us kind of trolling or doing something wrong. And then the odd time they'd do something like really amazing, we'd be like, right, we'll take that. That's our strat now.
They come out their very first week and beat Dig, who are undefeated. Apparently, that break did not slow them down too much.
There's obviously 9 other teams in the SPL. This one team comes out late and we end up smacking them. Like, what has just hit us? What is this strat? And that's obviously the benefits are coming late, but then the negatives are we're getting smacked by stuff we've not seen. So we just thought, go all in. Do our best, try and take Dignitas out. So we obviously took away their undefeated title. I mean, obviously E-United taking it later on as well, but just in case, because I know Emil likes to troll, so just take that away, yeah.
They give Dig their first loss, and now I'm looking pretty dumb, because I really didn't believe in this squad yet. They hadn't proven anything to me.
And in that moment, you know, we love to overreact to stuff. They're the best team now, right? They beat the best team, transit property, whatever you want to say. And then they're kind of up and down, right? They win that set, they lose some they should win, they win some they should lose. You don't really know what Renegades are gonna get.
I am stubborn with my assessments most of the time. I really felt like Renegades was a middle of the pack team. They start to play like it towards the back half. I mean, they look okay against most of the teams they should. They get 3-0'd by PK. That's not a good sign. They kind of stumble into 6th seed for MSI, right about where I expect. But they're a dark horse. They're a team that really can surprise you if you're not prepped for them.
And a lot of the pros are kind of rumbling about Renegades, but you still haven't seen it yet, so you're not sure.
But to be honest with you, I didn't think they really had a shot at beating PK. I thought PK was looking so good coming in MSI. They had played so well. That was a team that I expected to win.
PK kind of surprised us, like one of those strats where we just couldn't kill any of their gods. And I feel like they kind of tried to do it at MSI again, but we were more prepared because they did it throughout the split. They 3-0'd us, and that wasn't a worry. Like, the only team I was scared of at MSI was Splice and Rival. They were the 2 teams I was scared of. The rest I were confident against. Like, we go against PK, they're probably just as confident. They think, we 3-0'd them in the season, it's no problem. Well, surprise hit them, didn't they? You know, it came in overconfident, and that's what happens.
These guys are the real deal. I mean, they really have a chance, but not against Splice. I mean, Splice, I hear they're scrim partnering. I mean, Splice has got it all figured out. They know all their picks. They've got to have come up with some sort of strategy. And then Renegades just really embarrassed Splice on Friday as well.
And then they just win the whole thing. Just a big run, never losing even a game.
They look a little bit different. They've got Cherry on different picks. That's a good look for them, but Dardes is still playing the same things in mid. He looks great on them, but what's gonna happen when we just devote our entire comp to killing on her mid?
And he's on a hyper carry at the moment. Into win! Dodge and weave, still has yet to be hit by amazing. The sun comes up again. Exorcism gets one!
I'm a beast, let's go.
That's a team fight ultimate. That's a team fight ultimate. Dardes takes down Anorexia.
Mario, great sash stun. Cyclone spin down to the ring bounce, and Benedu's gonna be next.
Joe gets to the backhand of Benedu, and Dardes gets the kill with a Death Fury. Falling down here unless his jukes can save him.
Scream has to use the beads and wrap her right there, right on time with the cataclysm.
There was no escape. Cherry went to the back line, and there's Rafa with the steal and support that was required to keep Cherry alive.
Benedu gonna be first blood, but Baskin right behind him, or they actually switch. Looking for the Desert Fury, and they find Benedu, and the Fountain Scream goes down as well. Looking good for the Renegades.
It is good for the Renegades. It's 3-0. It's been 3-0 or 2-0 all week long, and Renegades have done what they came here to do. They win the tournament undefeated, and my oh my, there's a target on their back heading into phase 2.
Victory was so sweet because of the players. Like, we have Cherry, Dardes, Nika. Just wanted those 3 boys to really get that W.
This is a world championship caliber team without a doubt. I think they'll still finish 4th or 5th in the regular season because they aren't really a regular season squad. But when it comes to LANs, Rapper is the best LAN player of all time at this point. I'm willing to put my name on that one. I mean, the guy's won 2 world championships, and the Renegades are the real deal. And to be honest, I really wouldn't have said that the week before MSI, but how can you not after how well they played? These guys could really win worlds.